Start.
Om Vasudeva Sutan Devam Pushtam Charunamardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishna Bande Jagadguru. I salute Krishna, the Lord, the world teacher, the son of Vasudeva, destroyer of Kansa and Charuna, the demons, and the greatest joy of Devaki. My name is Swami Adyananda Saraswati. Now I am reciting Srimad Bhagavat Gita, chapter 3, verse number 1. Karma Yoga. Arjuna Uvacha. Jayasi Chet Karmana Ste Mata Buddhi Janardana Tat King Karmani Ghore Mang Nyo Jayasi Kesava. Arjuna addressed Lord Krishna as Janardana, which means one who upholds the law of karma by giving the fruits of actions. Evil actions give rise to suffering either immediately or later. O Janardana, your contention is that the path of knowledge should be adopted because it is superior to the path of action. Why then do you impel me to commit myself to this gruesome action? Hey Kesava, the other name of Krishna is Kesava. Oh Kesava, you repeatedly say that knowledge is superior to, but here, at this moment, you suggest to me to do the certain actions, which does not refer to ordinary action. It is a terrible action involving bloodshed and destruction of many people. As far as Arjuna understood, Krishna was asking him to fight as a warrior, perform actions while praising the path of knowledge. That liberates an individual soul. Naturally, Arjuna wanted to pursue the path of knowledge and becomes a sannyasi, renunciate. But Krishna was compelling him to fight. So this is the first verse. Then second verse. Vyami Sreneva Vakyeno Buddhing Moho Yasitme Vyami Sreneva Vakyeno Buddhing Mohoyo Shivome Tadekang Badanistitya Yeno Sreyang Ahang Apnoyat. So Arjuna is asking Krishna, with your words that are seemingly contradictory, my mind is confused. Therefore, after deciding which is preferable, suggest to me one path by which I will achieve the liberation. Arjuna did not accuse Krishna of uttering self-contradictory words. Rather, he said that the Lord's statements seemed contradictory to him. Arjuna's use of the word Iva, I-V-A, as though reveals an important principle in communication, that of being respectful towards the teacher. He said, therefore, my perception is that I have not understood properly what you have taught, because at one time you praise knowledge, but other time you asked me to do karma. Since Krishna was asking Arjuna to do karma, Arjuna wanted to settle one of them, either knowledge or karma. If it was the emphasis on karma, he wanted to know why. Why he wanted to do karma? Arjuna knew that work may be produced at a moment when the mind is ridden by ignorance, ego, doership, and desire. Knowledge, on the other hand, cannot be produced. In this process, knowledge is different from karma. So Arjuna wanted Krishna to tell him what was true and what was not true. He wanted to be told the one thing that would lead him to moksha or the liberation. Arjuna says to Krishna, from your own words, I understand that knowledge liberates and karma binds. Why then do you want me to be bound by karma? I need moksha and therefore need pursue the knowledge. Okay, then the third verse. Third verse. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, Lord Krishna told, Lokesmin divadhanishta pura prukta maya naga jnano yogena sankyanam karma yogena yoginam. Bhagavan told, Krishna told Bhagavan, hey Anaga. Anaga means without any sin. Anaga, you sinless one, twofold committed lifestyle have been described by me, the pursuit of the knowledge for renunciates and pursuit of action for all others. The Vedas describe the twofold path of nishtha or committed lifestyles. The path of the renunciation or sannyasa, nivritti marga, is for those who have withdrawn themselves from the external world and meditate on the inner self. The path of action is pravritti marga. It is for those who live in the midst of the world affairs. These two lifestyles are in accordance with the four stages of the life found in Vedic culture. Number one, Brahmacharya ashrama, where an individual undertakes the career of a student with learning as the main focus. Number two, Grahastha ashrama, after marriage, where the primary focus is on the establishment of a family and managing the affairs of the family as responsible householders. Number three, Vanaprastha ashrama, where the individual lives with the spouse, but as friends, not as a married couple. This individual performs various rituals sanctioned by the Vedas for the householders, withdraws from worldly activities, and prepares for him for the final stage is sannyasa. Sannyasa ashrama, which is the lifestyle of renunciation. In this ashram, the individual is freed for all activities and all worldly obligations in order to pursue knowledge and realize the truth. A sannyasi is abjured from performing all the karmas. His main work is to acquire and propagate knowledge. Sannyasis, the followers of the Nirvritti Marga, accept the life of a renunciate. They turn away from involvement with the relatives and friends and stay in the ashram of an enlightened sage. Their sole duty consists in serving their guru, listening to his teachings, practicing meditation and samadhi. Samadhi means superconsciousness. Reflecting upon the nature of the self, acquiring the art of spiritual inquiry, and allowing the purified intellect, that intuition, to flow to the self. One who adopts this path has no worldly obligations, duties, and responsibility. Jnana yogis are those who are committed to the knowledge of Brahman, and they are also called Sankhyas. Achieving of the self-knowledge is their only aspiration. To be Brahmanista or Jnananista is their chosen lifestyle. Sannyasis have no action, no karma to perform other than pursuit of knowledge, which leads them up to path of liberation. Jnana Yoga dispels the darkness and delusion of ego by unfolding the intuitional vision. The goal of Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga is one. Really, you should understand the goal of the Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga is one, moksha or liberation. For a Jnana Yogi, knowledge is the only path, and for the Karma Yogi, both knowledge and actions are needed. The performance of actions retains one in the world of duality or multiplicity. Because action is produced by one through the process of ignorance, ego, attachment, doership, and hatred, and expectation of the results of their actions, karma phala. Karma phala binds the individual soul to repeated embodiments, many cycles of birth and death. If work is performed in non-selfish way with a spirit of sacrifice and surrender to God, the inner psychic, antakarana, will be purified of the gross impurities of anger, greed, passion, jealousy, and the ego, and the expectation of the results of actions. Performance of integral yoga, action, devotion, meditation, and reflection simultaneously transform karma into karma yoga. Here, no, this is not karma. Karma is converted to karma yoga, leading to the aspirant gain the grace of Ishvara to achieve intuitive knowledge, and moksha by dispelling the darkness of the ignorance. If action is considered as the product of darkness, living through the duality of the world processes, how can it be possible to join the darkness of the ignorance with the light of our knowledge, wisdom? This knowledge of wisdom is non-duality, non-dual to achieve non-dual self, Brahman. It is possible, however, if the action is converted to karma yoga, when you do not look for the result of action, are not attached to the actions you are performing karma yoga, when you perform karma yoga in a non-selfish manner with a devotional way, attitude, and without ego, attachment, hatred, and binding desires, and with the observance of serenity, content, dispassion, renunciation, satsanga, spiritual union, and reflection. You will be experience enlightenment. In this process, all work will be the divine worship of God. Same action, which is the cause of bondage of many cycles of birth and death, will loosen the fetter of karma. For example, same poison, venom, that kills a person will be transferred into an antidote for the poison. Jnana Yoga is the direct path of self-realization. Jnana Yoga involvement, listening to the scriptures, reflection on the self, intense meditation, and allowing the mind to flow to Brahman. Karma Yoga is an indirect path to self-realization. Karma Yoga purifies the heart, antakarana. The detergent of the devotion removes the dark stain of the ego. The aspirant transcends knowledge and attains self-realization. The path of action is described as a train journey leading to the destination. The path of knowledge, jnana, is the airplane journey to the destination. There have been some rare souls like Adi Shankaracharya, Ramana Maharshi, Ramakrishna Paramahansa, Jada Bharata, and a few others who were enlightened from their childhood, from the birth. It was not necessary for them to enter the world of normal activities. So Karma Yoga was not necessary for them. For others, it is necessary. Hari Om Tat Sat. Now, I will tell the next part of the verse. Now I am staying in third verse of the Karma Yoga. Then I will explain little bit after that. Hari Om Tat Sat.